Hey, welcome back, Nopi fans. It's that damn morning show. Very special day. It's Valentine's Day. If you ain't got your significant other something and you're listening to my voice, you better get off your damn ass and go buy something. For real. So, we're sitting here listening to the story of how a young boy, met the woman of his dreams to start the Drift Daddy empire over there. Okay, so what happened next, Derek?
All right, so we were at the point where she was coming over to my house.
You were riding a four-wheeler down the road to pick her up, to sneak her in.
Yep, we were working on the boat, messing with the boat every night, trying to get it done. I was really close to getting it done. I got the feeling back because I was like, you know what? She is coming over here every night, every other night, and all we've done is just worked on a boat inside the shop. I need to take her out and do something. So
you found the Mexican restaurant in town.
It's not much better. It's Old Charlie's.
Oh, that ain't so bad.
Well,
at least it wasn't Mexican.
Yeah,
that's what Kelly's saying. So Kelly, hold on, hold that thought. Kelly, do you remember what Derek ordered?
Oh, I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna go with like chicken strips.
He looks like a chicken strip guy.
No, I'm more of a cheeseburger kind of feller.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I don't know what you ordered. I was nervous as shit.
Why were you so nervous?
I don't know. It was like everything was fine when she was coming over to the shop.
She was so pretty.
It was like, it was like I knew her my whole life, but when I took her on an official date, I got nervous.
That's when it set in that it's real.
Yeah, I had to bring extra deodorant.
Wow. Kelly, is that the first time you saw the dry erase board?
No, she saw that in the shop because I made a list on what I had to do on the boat.
Oh, you broke her in early. So, Kelly, did Derek bring you flowers on this first date? Negative.
No, in fact, we had never spoke on the phone. There was just some text messages, and we always saw each other in person. So when this date happened, I was like, hey, instead of working on the boat tonight, I thought I would take you out, you and Braden out, which Braden at the time was 3 years old, I think.
Okay.
Yep. So we decided to do this. Well, I'd never been to her house, so I called her beforehand, and she answered the phone, and I started busting out laughing. And she's like, why are you laughing? I was like, I didn't realize you sounded so damn country on the phone. It was like, hey, y'all, And so I had her laughing about that, and that kind of broke the ice a little bit. And so, she started telling me how to get to her house, and I was like...
Oh, this is where it gets creepy. I heard this part.
I was like, oh, shit, I think I've been there before. So I drive over there, and I go around this sharp turn, and I remember going around this sharp turn years ago with my cousin because we almost lost an S10 in the field. And I get up to her house, and she comes outside, and I was like, I'm not trying to be weird, but I've been to your house before years ago with my cousin. And she goes, who's your cousin? And I told her it was Ryan. And she goes, oh, Ryan was best friends with my sister.
So at this point, you're like, yes, we're not related.
Yeah, we're not related. I've definitely been here before. All right. So I'm trying to figure out how to get a car seat in a Camaro. I've got a 2000 model Camaro. I've never put a car seat in a car in my life, and I don't want to seem stupid. So I'm trying to figure this out without her help, and it's not going good. And by the time I get this car seat strapped in, Her whole family's in the house.
Now, mind you, listeners, this is Tennessee. This is big family country. So they want to know what their little Kelly is about to go hang out with, and they meet Derek for the first time.
Exactly. So
not only me, but their grandchild and their nephew that's going with
So when we say brother, sisters, cousin that knew somebody that the aunt, uncle used to play beer pong with, they were all there.
They're all there.
Are they all looking out the window?
Yeah, they're all looking out the window while I'm putting a car seat in. Then they decide they got enough time to come on outside and see who this fella is. Well, with all this going, keep in mind, I show up with a car that is cammed and loud as hell. Okay?
That sounds like it comes straight out of the drag strip.
Yeah. So I get the car seat in there, and I hear Braden. The first words I ever hear Braden say is, "Mama, is this a race car?"
And she's like, "It could be."
I was like, I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm strapping him in, and then here comes the whole family. Hey, so who are you? Where y'all going? What's going on? And so
what you doing with my granddaughter?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just go. Can we please get in the car? Can we leave?
Now, Kelly, I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to meet them, and I screw up. I screwed up pretty bad on that one. I did great with everybody until I got to
stepdad.
Well, there were several family members you had to go through. I mean, this takes time. I mean,
oh yeah. It was a lot. Okay, it's a lot to process. I'm over here like, damn, I should have drove something else. I failed at this, and
he's trying to show off with the Camaro.
Yeah, hell, you got a Camaro with a cam in it. Why not? But I get to her stepdad, Mr. Coach Bond, and well-respected man in this area, and he shakes my hand and everything. He goes, "Hey, Derek, how's it going?" And for whatever reason, I had A+ this till I got to him, and I said, "How's it going, bud?"
And he's like, "Bud."
Yeah, I'm like, why did I just say bud? As I'm processing that, he goes, "Bud? What do you mean, bud?" And I'm like, I just told him straight up. I said, "I'm sorry. I'm nervous. I'm sorry."
Shit, by about that time, they were loading up the shotguns. Bud. City slicker.
I left. We got in the car and we left there, and I'm thinking, Lord, this is not good. And of course, we had our date. We went to Old Charlie's. I don't remember what we ate. I remember Braden not eating anything that he ordered.
Well, hold on. So Braden was 3. Surely you guys got a booth, and they bring over the kids' high chair. Who put the kid in the high chair, Kelly or Derek?
Kelly, I think. I think Kelly did. He was still getting used to me, but after we got done with Old Charlie's, he was cool because I was over there coloring with him.
I believe that. Let me show you how to stay in the lines.
Yeah. And then once we got back, it was late, and of course my car's loud as hell. So I shut it off a quarter of a mile before the house. And
they just rolled it in. They rolled it in.
So we, just like you did when you were kids, we talked forever on the front porch.
Yeah, me and Michelle, we did a lot of talking.
Yeah, so we talked forever. After she brought Braden in and put him to bed, we sat out there, we talked and talked. And then it's 2 a.m, and I got to go home. Of course, I got to go to church the next day. She does too. And we say our goodbyes, and I'm like, I'm not firing this car up in front of this house. She's like, it's fine. I'm like, no, you had like 100 people here earlier. I'm not.
pretty sure the windows were up, you know.
Yeah, I think the windows were up.
Yeah, like, you know.
And I said, I'm not doing that. I've already left a bad enough impression. I'm not doing this. And she's like, it's fine. No, it's not. I pushed that car. Luckily, it was a little bit downhill. I pushed that car a good 100, maybe 200 foot, and it was still rolling when I hopped back in it, and I fired it up and drove off as quiet as I could. So, yeah, that was our first official date.
Man, what a nice guy, because me, I just would have fired that motherfucker up. I don't give a shit. I'm leaving. If she calls me tomorrow, we're still good.
I was still thinking about how I said, Bud. I'm like, why did I say that?
Kelly,
so that argument with yourself on the way home after leaving and saying that.
I'm pretty sure I beat myself up on the way home. Probably punched the steering wheel. But anyways.
Gosh darn it, the heck I screwed up.
Did he bring it up during dinner, Kelly?
I doubt it.
What? Wait, what was the question?
Did you bring it up during dinner?
No, she did not bring up the fact that I said Bud.
No, did you bring it up?
Did you bring it up?
Oh, no. I wanted to, but I chose not to because I was like, I'm already...
Oh, Derek was practicing his first self-control.
Yeah, see, I was getting older and wiser. I'd already had enough failed attempts. So.
Okay, so with all this said, which is an awesome story. I mean, you guys are literally been married 15 years, sweet couple, got working on a baseball team over there of kids, and what is the first... we're going to get into some other shit, but one more thing here. Kelly, what is the first romantic thing you've ever seen Derek do for you?
Yeah, Kelly, what is it?
Yeah, Kelly, we're all listening.
Y'all know I don't have a memory.
Come on.
Oh, God.
There had to have been somewhere you're like, God damn, I love that guy.
Yeah, that first thing that made you go, yeah, this is the one.
She don't know what to say. Derek's like, shit, I want to know.
Well, okay, so...
I'm not talking about something that happened 5 days ago.
5 days ago. That's for another show 5 days ago.
After we had that date, I think it was the next day, he called and he's like, hey, me and some buddies are going riding four-wheelers up on my farm over here. You want to come? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I think it was actually Mother's Day.
Probably.
And so I go, and it's, him and a couple other ones. We ride. Well, then I think it was like a couple of days later, I was in hair school at the time, so I was working and then going to that and getting out at 10, and I'd still go over to his house. I have to sneak over there, give my mom some excuse to why I wasn't at home. And so they went riding. It was real late. We went up on the hill. It was like him and two other buddies, and it's getting pretty late. I think y'all are camping up there.
Probably.
In a tent.
That's right.
And so he brings me back down to my car, and pretty sure that's when we had our first kiss.
Yep.
Hold on.
You gonna tell him what it was?
It wasn't awkward.
It wasn't?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
I pulled it off, guys. I pulled it off.
Okay. Hold on. You didn't kiss her goodnight, and you're out until 2 a.m. and pushing your car down a hill, and you didn't even get a kiss?
No. Yeah, we went 2 or 3 weeks now.
yeah, I mean, I was fine with that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a different time for her and me. I'd gone through some bad relationships, and she had too. It was like a fresh restart, and we were just taking it easy, and that's just it was kind of a.
Well, Kelly, was he a good kisser?
Yes.
Thank you.
He's a good kisser.
All right.
Oh,
But real quick for our listeners, when she's talking about riding four-wheelers, because I know we got some gearheads out there, yes, it was a Yamaha Banshee, just so you know.
Okay. I remember me and
So he made sure she had to hold on to it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it was fast as hell. Rode that thing like a crotch rocket around here.
Did he do any wheelies with you, Kelly?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, my butt was literally touching the pavement.
Well, man.
I've ridden 4-wheelers. I knew you better hold on.
So all that shit's going on. They ain't even kissed, and she's holding on for dear life.
No. We didn't kiss for 3 weeks.
And what was funny is we're over there on that Sunday, and we get to go riding. I pulled my hair in a ponytail because, listen, I knew you get this hair with some wind blown, it's gonna. He goes, I pull it up. He goes, whoa, what are you doing? And I was like,
I can see too much neck.
I was like, we're going riding. He's like, no, take your hair down. I was like, are you sure? He's like, take your hair down. And I was like, okay.
I was just saying that I like your hair down. I wanted to blow in the wind. I like that shit.
He was showing his dominatrix side. He was like,
Hey, my buddies in here. I want them to see her hair too.
yeah. They don't need to be seeing her neck. Oh, man. 3 weeks. We didn't know all that.
Mm-mm.
Hey, you guys are learning on the morning show just as quickly as we're learning over here. Yeah. Yeah, I can do me and Michelle's real quick. We went to high school together. I was too wild for her. Years and years later, we end up talking through social media. And we were like, fuck this typing, let's just talk on the phone. So we talked a lot because there's a lot of stuff of people we went to school with and the dumb fucks and, you know, look, guys, it's like this. Where we grew up, you either went to work for the steel mill, you went to jail, you moved out of town and done something better in your life, or you died. That's the way it was growing up where we grew up. On the East St. Louis side. So it's interesting talking to somebody from back in the day and somebody that a lot of phrases and stuff, you know, really refreshing. We talked for, it was, how long we talked? It was over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for a while. We talked on the phone. And, of course, Michelle lived up by Springfield, Illinois. I was living in St. Louis. And I go, well, would you like to go on a date? And she goes, well, I tell you what. I'm not driving to St. Louis. And she goes, I was married and I drove everywhere for him. Okay? So, if you want to see me that bad, you're going to come get me.
Mm-hmm.
I go, well, send me the address. Well, it's way out in the bumfuck country. I mean, it's...
I like the country.
I did pass some people playing banjo music. So, I drove out... Actually, that's another thing on our first date. My phone fucked up, remember?
Mm-hmm.
That was my first date. My first date. Our first date, because my phone fucked up because I had to use your Wi-Fi to get directions to get back home.
Yep.
Yeah, because the signal, the antenna broke in the phone. I had to go get it fixed. So anyway, make a long story short, where me and Michelle grew up is over by the Chain of Rocks Bridge. It's the Route 66 Chain of Rocks Bridge, which was closed to the public. There were some murders up there. We used to jump off that bridge, but anyway, make a long story short, as cool as Michelle was, she never went to the bridge and hung out. She never was. She went to some parties, but she didn't go to the good parties. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So, plus her mom and dad are FBI people, you know?
Yeah, my parents were, I had to be home on time, and I was always scared of getting in trouble, and yeah, so I was trying to be careful.
Yeah, so I'm like, what the hell? We went to high school together. You never been to the Chain of Rocks Bridge. So I go pick her up in banjo country. She's nervous. She's in my passenger seat, just nervous as all could be. I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I'm just trying to make conversation, you know, this, and that.
Well, I've been divorced for 4 years, so it's not like I really went on a date or anything.
Yeah, she was divorced for 4 years, you know. So she's like, well, damn, this is my one chance to make an impression, I guess. So I take her to the Chain of Rocks Bridge, right? I'm like, okay. As soon as we get out of the truck, I try to surprise her and kiss her, and she turned her fucking head. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, checking to make sure my breath don't stink or anything. So we're walking across a bridge. I'm like, this girl is gonna kiss me before we get off this bridge. So I'm like holding her hand, and this is kind of cool because it sets up for later on in life. We get to the middle of the bridge, and I said, you know what? You're standing in Illinois, and I'm in Missouri. And she said, yeah. And I just pulled her close and kissed her.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Then she turned her head away from me and started walking towards Missouri.
Damn.
so, so yeah, it was cool. After that, I took her to get a burger. She wanted a burger.
Mhm.
She is not into traffic, right?
Mm.
She had a fucking anxiety attack, about freaked out. We come back to my house. We ate. Then we went to Creve Coeur Park.
Mhm.
And I learned a valuable lesson. So, guys, I'm really into fitness, riding freestyle bikes. I've been riding mountain bikes since, 2020. Got into it. And I like to walk. I like to ride. I take her the long way around the park, and she's doing this thing where I'm like, do you want to take a break? Nope. She's going to get back to the truck. I'm like, well, fuck, there ain't going to be another date.
Well, he's bad about telling you how far. Like, if you go for a bike ride, he doesn't tell you how far it is. And that's aggravating to me because I'm like, I want to know how far I'm having to pedal this bike or how far I got to walk. I like to know in advance.
I'm used to going about 50 miles one way and 50 miles back.
Okay, but not everybody can do that.
But I ride a lot faster than you.
Right, and you forget that.
Yeah.
So anyway, the walk, he took me the long way, and it was an extremely long walk. So I was tired by the time
Let's
we got
put it
back.
this way. She was sore when she got home.
Yes.
And walking 18 miles that day. But we had a good time. I did bring her home by 10.
No. It was later than that.
Well, I got you home before midnight.
Maybe. Because
Yeah.
I know you didn't get home until
1. Yeah, because we left here. It was like 10:45 or whatever, because it's an hour and 15-minute drive to your house. By the way, she doesn't tell me this shit until the way home about how many deer she's hit.
Yeah, you have to. We go like the back roads because it seems faster than hitting the highway because the highway's so boring. And you do have to watch it.
Yeah, the back roads are more interesting, and the nighttime is the right time for the deer to run out in front of you. She's like, you might want to turn your brights on.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Fuck around and hit Bambi out here. How many of them you hit?
I hit 3 in 1 year.
3 in 1 year.
Well, one actually ran into me.
Yeah, one ran into you.
Yeah, one ran into me, and I hit 2.
Then what's funny is out here where we live, and Leslie lives across the lake, this is a nature reserve out here. So deer run around like they don't give a fuck, and that is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's true. I don't give a fuck.
No.
They don't give no fucks.
They take their sweet little time to cross the road, and you're gonna wait on them.
Yep. Yeah. And it's what, Leslie, every 3 years they issue a license to thin them down?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's every 3 years. But, yep, sure is.
Yeah.
So anyway, on our anniversary, we go and we walk the Taney Rocks Bridge. That's our tradition for our anniversary.
Yep, and we get a burger.
Yep.
That is cool.
Is that before or after the eclipse?
It will be after, because our anniversary is the day after the eclipse.
Damn right. Better write that down.
Yes, you better.
Today.
Oh.
See,
At some point.
It's April 9th.
April 9th is our anniversary.
Ours is May 8th.
now what's
That's
kind
cool.
what's kind of cool, since we're talking about the couples thing here,
Mm-hmm.
me and Michelle's birthday, mine's on the 12th,
Yeah.
hers is on the 14th, and the 13th.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Fucking phone. On the 13th, we're the same age.
Right.
Now, Derek and Kelly, how was yours?
Mine's the 25th. His is the 26th. So I'm the same age as him for a day.
Yep.
Yep.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is wild.
That is wild. And we all work together. So.
And at some point, you were speaking of deer and all that. At some point, I had a pet deer for a while, and that's an interesting story to bring up at some point.
Well, we're going to get to that right after the break. We're going to talk about
Oh.
you and Bambi hanging out right after this break. It's Nope Radio. Stay tuned, guys. There's a lot more crazy shit going on. We'll be right back.